Hello friends, so I'm coming to you with a very short one on favor. Yes, and it's really to get you to think about how you are positioning yourself in order to enjoy God's favor. So I'm currently, the devotion I'm going through at the moment, we're in the book of Ruth, and somewhere in chapter 2 we find out that Ruth is shown extreme favor by this man called Boaz. Those of you that are Christians will probably be familiar with this story, but if you are not, trust me, it's very easy. I mean, if you're not a Christian, you don't know the story, it's very easy to read. All you have to do is Google out the Bible story of Ruth and you will enjoy it. So technically, Ruth is a widow at the moment, and she decides to travel back. So she was married to one of the sons of a woman called Naomi. Naomi and her two sons and her husband were living out in Moab, but she lost both her husband and her sons. And Ruth, although she had lost her husband, decided to stick with her mother-in-law. I mean, she had no obligations towards this woman, but she decides to move back to Bethlehem with Naomi. And as they come, she is no burden to Naomi at all. In fact, she goes out to look for food for herself and for Naomi. So just selflessly serving this woman. And as she goes out, once you read the story, you really understand that it was more a good incident than a coincidence, because she finds herself in the field of this man called Boaz, who is somehow related to Naomi. And because Boaz had found out what how good Ruth had been to her mother-in-law, so he shows her extreme favor. Yes, exactly, extreme favor. And it really made me to think, so how are we positioning ourselves in order to enjoy God's favor? I'm not saying we need to do something purposely looking forward to see that favor, but that is what life is really. God has given us gifts, and he has placed us in positions and in places. So my question for you today is, how are you serving others? How are you giving back to your community? What are you doing with the abilities that God has given you? Exactly, because once you use those abilities and those gifts, you are definitely going to enjoy God's favor as a return. So something really for you to think about, and I really hope that you are blessed by this short bite size. So hope to see you some other time, and that is all from me now. Bye bye for now. Bye bye.